One of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup. And I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
Well, it is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Again, it's Charles. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other, but controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Yellow.
They go up the middle with Jamal Charles. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. The input on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They'll run from the gun to Charles. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. We're scoreless after 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw, it's Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They only needed had that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that drive took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This is the Madden Championship Series on EA Sports as we join you from USAA Stadium. USAA, proud to serve the military community and their families. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said, the key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Here we go with Jamal Charles. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunter. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Ball on the 27. Here's second and a couple. They go back to the ground now. Charles. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2. Let me. Your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking for the out route. It's complete to Macklin. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jeremy Macklin, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
A run once more with Hampton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, it's Hampton. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 55 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Let's go.
On the give, this is Hampton. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Nine.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown. Brenton Strange, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Evan McPherson down for the PAT. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mahomes will do it himself. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Now Mahomes. A short one here, caught by McBride. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes goes right back to McBride. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
a gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
Mahomes now to throw. Going underneath for Charles. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. He's getting his target. That's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punt, defense. You really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Panther 60.
They'll throw now on the final play. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Dante Thornton, 29 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now as they go.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
first down carry here for Charles. Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Coming right, this is Charles. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Kansas City.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They run over center with Charles.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd down and a few inches. He'll keep it on the ground to Charles again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff. This is Charles. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Yellow.
Mahomes. A dump off for Charles.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal, Kansas City.
One final try for Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you've scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Maliluga.
And the Bengals are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover.